So we just got the recent balance patch. Most of it is not really exciting enough to do videos on. Maybe 5 units are exciting enough. This happens to be one of those 5 units, and she didn't even get a buff. She just got an awakening change. So her awakening used to be into resistance. For the same reason she's got a resistance leader skill. I don't know why, because comp to us. Now she awakens into speed, so 103 and now 15 extra speed plus the one that everyone gets from awakening. 119 base speed, which makes her very dangerous with her passive. Not really for her skill 1 and 2, but mostly for her passive. The faster you are than the enemy, the chance of receiving a glancing hit from the enemy increases up to 50%, and the damage dealt, especially this part, the damage dealt increases by up to 100%. So, big damage, ignore defense. Let's see her in action. Double Art Masters, double Sky Surfers. Leo gets picked, of course. Leo, there's 2 speed leads, there's 2 units that do damage based on speed. Leo gets picked, Leo gets banned. Thankfully, this is Special League, because if it wasn't Special League, there would have been a Leo, and then there would have been some other LD5s. Doesn't actually kill with the ignore defense. No attack power buff. Doesn't actually kill with the ignore defense. I really thought it was going to. Man, that lack of that little extra bit of damage. And then the proc too. That Shungpung staying alive. That's why you grind your runes. That Shungpung staying alive did so much. Luckily, the Vanessa is, yeah, Vanessa would have just brought something back from the dead GG, but that, wow. I gotta say, I appreciate that, that player icon on the left-hand side. It amuses me. So what gets banned? Julie gets banned, Robo gets banned on the right. So they're going to go for Triana first. It looks like that Sonia is, well, of course the Sonia is going to be faster than Lucian. 119 base speed. That's kind of the thing that we're trying to... 72,000 damage. The Leica here, though, is very strong against Sonia because he's not going to glance, and that's kind of part of her thing, and he's also going to go through the shield. So I'm wondering if they just go for the Sonia first, and then the Lucian they don't have to worry about. Yep. Lucian they don't have to worry about. His amputation magic is done. So... while they did lose, we did still get to see Sonia do 72,000 damage. First pick Miles. Oh, they're just going to go with a bunch of passive units then? Yeah, they're just going to go with a bunch of turn 2 toxic passive units. Bans out the Ganymede, not the unit that I thought was going to get banned out. Alright, let's see Sonia do. 40,000 damage. Still doesn't kill, but 40,000 damage. Takes turn 1. Well, they were going to take turn 1 regardless. It was not really a... The opponent wasn't really contesting turn 1 at any point. So, I think they're still in a good spot because they're going to start putting some damage into Sonia. Well, actually, she's going to take that defense break off in a second because she's going to increase her attack bar when she's glanced on. And they do have the glancing hit debuff on the opponent's team. So it's pretty solid. So she was just going to cycle. We didn't even get to see her cycle as much attack gauge as she could have. That is a decent combination. Glancing debuff on the enemies, maybe even a Molly on your team, and a Sonia. 3 wind units there. Douglas gets picked. Douglas gets banned. Of course he does, because 3 wind units on that team they didn't pick any. Well, they can't pick LD units because it's Special League. Doesn't ignore defense. Goes for the Dominic, but does not ignore defense. So that means that either, because it's a conditional ignore defense on skill 2, that means either the Sonia did not have enough attack power, or... because, I mean, you need a lot of attack power, you need a lot of crit, you need a lot of speed, you need a lot of crit damage, or the Dominic had too high of defense. Because it's conditional, you need to have twice as much attack power as the opponent's defense. So it's probably a combination of both. I mean, it's always a combination of both. First pick Masha, they don't even try to, well, they kind of counter with the Chew a little bit, I suppose. Odd picks on the right-hand side. Bans Zabala, bans Masha. Well, I suppose that's one way of dealing with Masha. Okay, Moore's going to cut in, and he's going to glance on Sonia, which means that this seems like it's a trend that is just almost killing things, the Sonia, and then not quite killing things. There's no attack power buff on it, but still. All right, finally gets the Josephine down. This Sonia could be one of those units where Calchuas in the next balance patch is like 7% extra damage, and Sonia owners are like, this is the best thing. This is the best thing they could have possibly done. So that's the unfortunate thing, is we've seen quite often now Sonia almost kill things, but not quite kill things. Are they going to be able to come? Wow, they have like no... Are they going to be able to come back from this? They didn't even go for the... Alright. I was expecting them to finish the job. This is kind of sad if the Vertiheel Moore team wins now. And I think the Vertiheel can kind of solo the entire... He can just solo everything. He can solo... They don't even need the Moore. Vertiheel can solo this. They don't have any sustain. Vertiheel has sustain. Vertiheel has turn cycling. Vertiheel doesn't need to use any skills. He can just keep using skill 1. Vertiheel solos this easy. Yeah. The Moore did not need to, in my opinion, the Moore did not even need to be there. Carlos is so nasty, though. Potentially nasty if they could. Oh, they thought Carlos was nasty, too, I see. Double Monkey. I'm not sure why the Double Monkey was the pick, but Double Monkey does not actually ignore defense on the Oliver. So like I said previously, it is conditional. So you need to actually have twice as much attack power as your opponent's defense. So either they did not have that much attack power, or the Oliver had a lot of defense, or a combination of both. So yeah, this is gonna be the Riley show, isn't it? Well, actually, we could get to see the... Maybe they'll glance on the Sonia. And then we could also get to see the Fire Monkey do Fire Monkey things, because Fire Monkey is actually a pretty decent unit. I don't think he's a bad... And I think I did not expect that. I thought they were going to go for Oliver. Or Riley. Did not, because he's a tanky unit. So. Yeah. Fire Monkey is not a bad unit, though. But it looks like maybe this person just doesn't have enough attack power on their Sonia, because again, it is conditional on she needs to have twice as much attack power as their defense. Right after the balance patch, of course, same first picks in RTA as always as before the balance patch. Well, Moore didn't get touched at all. Oliver didn't get touched. Manon got nerfed, still being picked all the time. So let's see if that changes in a couple. Does not ignore defense. This is a consistent theme. There's several consistent themes that we're seeing today. Number one is Sonia keeps not ignoring defense because, again, it is conditional, which is kind of sad that this keeps happening over and over and over and over again. No matter whose matches, because it's different people's matches that we're seeing. It is just the same thing for a lot of them, is she's not ignoring defense because it is conditional. And then also Leo gets banned against her because Leo's just such a strong counter to her. So really the best counters to Sonia are putting high defense on units. Laika, Leo, and Masha. And I think that's most of what and of course, Manon gonna do Manon things. Hold on. I want to see how many times Manon does crazy... There's no way Robo solos this. Sorry, Robo. Yeah, I think that's just the takeaway from this video is if you want to counter Sonia, then Leo, Laika, Masha, putting high defense on things. If you want to use Sonia, you still need quite a lot of rune requirements because you still need a lot of attack power. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next one.